G'day guys, in today's episode we're going to be taking a look at the Darshi Eclipse 270-degree freestanding LED model awning. That was a little bit of a mouthful, but we're going to check out some of the key and cool features of it, a setup, pack up, and my thoughts on it after I've been using it for the last few months on all of our adventures.
Proudly supported by Opus Campers, Ultimate 9, Tread, Superior Engineering, GME, and in part by. I also wanted to jump in and make a quick note that Darshi and I do work together, but in saying that I am choosy when it comes to promoting products, sharing my views on said products, and what I am and am not willing to put my name beside. Any product I back and promote publicly is one I genuinely believe is a great product, would use myself and recommend to friends and family. Darshi haven't asked or hinted for me to do this video. I chose to do one purely because of the amount of questions I get asked weekly about it from people seeing us use it on our trips. So here's my completely honest review and run through of the Darshi awning. Before we get into opening it up, quickly how we have mounted the awning. So I've got myself a front runner platform up here which it's bolted onto. Now the awning does come with its own mounting kit which suits a variety of awnings, but I already had a specific front runner mounting kit, so it was just the easiest, quickest, simplest thing to use. So you got 1, 2, 3 brackets, nice and sturdy, bolted onto the awning. And it sits up there really nicely as well. I was worried it would look big, bulky on the car and like be super high or out wide, but it's none of those things at all. I think it sits up there quite sleek and nice. One of my favorite things about these 270-degree awnings is just how quick and easy they are to set up. When you pull up, outdoor location, you need protection from the weather and the elements. You can get these things out in a matter of seconds. So we'll pop a timer up on the screen and let's see how long it takes. First step, we'll just pull this zip down along the length of it. We'll get it up nice and high on both sides. Flip this over and back, and then we got 1, 2, 3 Velcros there. It'll drop down. You grab your side, and then we can swing this end all the way out and around. I've got my buckle sitting here, so there's a little latch, you clip that through, bring it over, you just find somewhere to lock it onto. In this case, I've used the awning, give it a little tighten up, and then that's your first half set up. All you need to do now is grab your second bit, bring that around the front, and then once again you put your little buckle through. So these buckles come as part of the kit. Oh, caught on the GME awning there. And then, yeah, once again, we'll tighten it up over this side. It's up to you guys, like where you want to tighten it on your car, but that's sort of what works for me. Both sides of the awning, and that's it pretty much set up, I suppose. We can stop the timer. When you stop the timer, she's done. So that's her all set up. As you can see, there's a huge amount of room under there. So you got coverage from right up at the front of your car, all the way around the side and over to the back of there. From memory, it's actually 11.5 square meters of coverage. So you can definitely fit a few swags under there or some chairs, tables, whatever you need. The awning can be bought to suit either side of your vehicle. So in this case, I've gone passenger side, but you can get a driver's side model as well. At the time of filming this video, it retails for $1,699. And in this instance, I really believe it's a case of where you spend a bit more money, but you get a really good quality product in return that has a bunch of awesome features built into it. And the other thing is it does come with a 3-year warranty. We'll go for a little wander around it and look at some of the features that are on it. So starting down the front here, you've got this extra flap, which is actually good because you can just tie it off to something, and then you got rain and sun protection that stops it coming in from the side. You got a 100mm little flap there, and then around all of it, you got these tie down points as well. So when it gets windy, which we'll show this in a minute, you can bring your legs down and your tie down points and secure the whole thing off. Material of this is 320 GSM ripstop poly cotton canvas.
I remembered that one. And then the frame here is extruded aluminium. So that helps keep the weight down as well, which going to weight, this thing is 26 kilos. So it's a little bit of a heavier awning, but you get all these features and everything's packed into the awning at once. So, you know, including your legs aren't separate. Your lighting, we'll get to that in a minute. I'll show the lighting, but it's all built in one and you got heaps of coverage under here. And then if we walk around it, so come around the back here, and then the way we've got it set up is it comes across like your top here. So you've got coverage there. So if you want to open up the back, pull out your fridge, be making lunch here, it's raining, you're not going to have the rain just pouring in there. Now the Dashi is a fully freestanding awning. Like you can even see today here, you know, it's a windy day at the beach, my shirt's flapping around. We have no legs set up, and look, the awning's barely moving. It's not one of those freestanding awnings where it says it's freestanding, a little puff of wind and the thing nearly blows over. Like I've literally had this thing across all weathers and haven't used the legs or the pegs once. It's pretty sturdy, but we will run through how they work. So they come attached to the awning there, little Velcro. You pull them down and then they're height adjustable. So that way, you know, just loosen, tighten. You can give it a bit more height or bring it down a little bit if you want. Go around, you got second one here. So because they're attached to it and part of the system, it really doesn't take that long to set up the legs for that extra security and stability in the wind. And once the poles are out of the way, this is where you got the inbuilt lighting, and this is probably one of my favorite features of the awning. In the bag here, so you don't lose it, you have yourselves cords, electrical for the lighting. Plug this in USB socket into your car, and then you go around, you plug in 1, 2, I won't walk over all the way over, but 3 over there. I'll pop up some shots of what it looks like plugged in. You got your little controller here, you got plus and minus to make it brighter or dimmer, set the mood when you're at camp, and then you can change the color of the lighting as well. So you got orange, yellow, and white. But I just find, because it's all inbuilt, like the legs are inbuilt, the lighting's inbuilt, you're not pulling out all different things to try and get your awning set up. It's just all here ready to go in the one bag at all times. And that's what I really like about it. And then this is the bag that comes with it. So you got your tie down ropes, orange, nice and bright, lessen your chance of tripping over them when you're getting around it. And then you got your pegs that come with it too. So you got a bunch of pegs, and they're nice, thick, high quality ones. They're not like those real skinny ones you get sometimes, and then the first hammer of them bends them into about 9 different directions. So nice sturdy kit here that yeah, you can tie it down with if it does get really windy. To pack these legs back up, pretty simple. You just twist to loosen them, wipe any excess sand off, retighten them. They fold up, and then you can put your little strap around them. So you just walk around and do that for each one. Here's a little handy tip as well for these 270-degree freestanding awnings. If the weather changes, you know, you want the shade in a bit of a different position, the wind direction, rain, whatever it is, you can actually get in your car, drive off, and reposition her. And you don't even have to pack the awning down. How good's that? Look at that, mate, we got body shade over here now.
Now I don't have them, so I couldn't show you myself, but I did grab some clips from the Dashi website of the compatible sidewalls you can buy to go with the awning. If you did want to upgrade your camping and awning setup, there is always that option. Another point I wanted to make note of is they are bulkier and heavier than a traditional side awning on your four-wheel drive. Vehicles do have roof load limits. You can't go over if you are adding multiple accessories onto the roof of your four-wheel drive. And if you're doing tight tracks, extreme four-wheel driving, you may be more likely to hit trees, and it adds to that up high weight / car stability when off camber. Just something to keep in mind. We haven't found it a hindrance for us personally though.
For us, being a bigger family, we got 4 kids. This car is used for a lot of our touring adventures with a few hard tracks thrown in between. But one of the reasons it's really suited for us is just the amount of room under here. So we can come to a beach, a day like this, which we always do, and you got so much shade under there. Or if you're out the bush, some wet weather comes in, you haven't got kids stuck out in the rain. Like, you can be under there, they can be playing a few games and that, and it's just really perfect for all those different circumstances. Now that we've gone through a bunch of that stuff, we will run through the pack up of this awning as well. So I'll start around the front here. I'll walk round and then unclip this front strap that I've got on. We may as well pull it off while we're going, and then we can just sort of let that dangle there. And then we'll come round the back here, the other side, and do the exact same thing. We'll pull this strap off as well, unclip it. I'll just sit that there for the minute, and then we can start pushing this around. So now you've got it here, you just want to make sure it's sort of all hanging down nicely, folded there good. There is a bit of a method to this. The first couple of times I packed it up, I had to make sure I watched the video. Otherwise, you do it the wrong way and then it gets a bit tricky. This one folds in first, the front legs, and then once the front legs are in, we just sort of keep everything down nice and straight again. And then we push the back ones in over the top of it. There it is all sitting there. So you just got to make sure now you can grab your Velcro straps out so they don't get locked up in there. We got 1, 2, and 3. It's all there, hanging there. Everything's nice and straight. You want to fold that bottom section over like that. And from there, you grab it nice and tight. Roll it up to somewhere around there, and then you can sort of fold it up into position there and start doing your straps up, just making sure it's all in there nice and tight and compact. Do the third one at the end there. That's it all folded in, and then you can sort of start bringing your zips across wherever you want to sit them. We'll get the other side in here, and you might just have to sort of push the awning up a bit as you're bringing your zips together. And that's her all packed up. So relatively simple, quick and easy, and that means like you actually want to use it. There's nothing worse than having a camping product. It takes like 10 minutes to set up because you think, I'm not going to bother doing that. Like, I've come to this place, I want to enjoy it. I don't want to spend 10, 15 minutes or however long setting up gear. Like, you just want to pull up, kids jumped out of the car, literally 30 seconds, boom, whole thing's out, heaps of shade.
Overall, we really like it, and it's made me appreciate the value of having a good quality awning when outdoors and traveling. The build quality is amazing, it's very nice looking, and the awning is designed so that any part that does get damaged or broken is easily replaceable through Darshi. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, especially if you are in the market for a new awning. Any questions you have, pop them down below.